plug in. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about that. There you go.
So we'll start over. We are just about ready to go with the junior varsity game. Glade Bullock, along with my buddy Sue Haley. Tonight is Aberdeen conference game, and then Saturday, Declo will be here, the number one team in the state. Just a half a minute away from starting lineup for the junior varsity. Aberdeen really struggled, in fact, this year. In fact, when I've gone through the roster, just seems like they've had a hard time getting kids out. They don't have a C team, and their JV team is just really mixed up. Um, let me find my yellow pen. I'll pick up these starters as we get going. I can see Trig King, he's a sophomore. Jumping will be Isaac Driscoll. Tap comes down and it was controlled easily by Mackay Browning. Over the right side, down in the corner to Mon. It'll come back outside to Peterson. This is a JV game. Aberdeen does not have a C team. Goes to Browning in the corner, back up to Pete underneath. Browning on a backdoor fakes, puts it up and in. So Mackay Browning starts it for Soda 2-0. Drive down the left side, and that is Giesbrecht. Goes down into the corner. Trig King, he's a sophomore. 3-point shot is up. That caroms off, no good. Rebound comes down to King, and Soda takes it away. Into the forecourt is Peterson, spins into the corner to Junior Horsley. Underneath, nice back door, and Browning again on the little sleeper on the back end. Lays it in. Couple of good passes to Browning on the back door. Soda leads it 4-0. Into the forecourt is Giesbeck. Goes over to King. King drives, kicks it outside, driving in, putting it up. I don't have a 33. Shot up by Mon. He scores 6-0. Let me check my roster and see if I just missed him. No, no 33. I've done this for 45 years, so I'm usually pretty good when I fill out a roster. There's a foul on Soda. Can't have an Aberdeen team without a Driscoll. Bounce pass comes in, and there's a shot up by Beck. No good. Battle for the rebound, and long lead pass down to Mon. Mon breaks away and drops it in. Browning has 4 points, and Mon has 4 points. 8-0 Soda. Goes over to the left side. They work it to Driscoll up top to Beck. Around the arc, they'll hit King on the wing, down into the corner to Giesbeck. It's got to be a German name. There's a shot blocked as Beck turned and they got it stuffed. Into the forecourt is Peterson. Jump step, missed everything. Rebound down to Hanson to Horsley, loose on the floor. And coming up with it is Mon. Mon on the left elbow. Hanson. Mon, 3-point shot. Karam's off. Rebound down to Horsley, and we got a foul. And foul is going to go against the number 33 that I don't have a name for the number. We do this a lot, especially with junior varsity. So it'll take it out. Browning 3-point shot on the inbounds pass. Mon with the rebound. Turns, shoots, and banks it in. Blake Mon with 6 points. 10-0. Soda into the forecourt. Timeout. Giesbrecht You tell me if this is German. Giesbrecht. Giesbrecht. I've told you before, especially when the girls play. For some reason, I'm attached to Aberdeen. I always liked to go there back when we used to do the radio. I always bumped my head on that little balcony. They always tried to get me to broadcast from up in the balcony, and I didn't like that. I like to go underneath a little balcony that sticks out. It's probably only 10 by 6, something like that, and it extends over the bleachers. You always crack your head on it because you don't realize it's that low. Ball will come into Giesbrecht. Giesbrecht into the forecourt, picked up by Mon, works to the left side. Shot from the corner, banks off. That was Driscoll. And Browning down with the rebound. Into the forecourt, goes right down the middle, whipped a pass into Mon. That was a little strong. Mon did a good job coming up with it. Pete on the left ankle puts a shot up and battling for it. Hansen comes up with it to Mon. Mon dribbles out of trouble, gives it to Browning. Browning just in front of the free throw line, no good. Horsley down with the rebound, gives it to Browning, and Browning is fouled. The Aberdeen people were always, they were just always so good to me, and I still know some people that know the Driscolls really well. That foul rattles out. That was on Beck. Browning has 4 points, misses the first free throw. Checking in, Dawson McAllister will check in for Horsley. Harrison checks in. Second shot, that one's good. 5 points here in the first quarter for Mackay Browning. 10-1. Soda into the forecourt, and I don't have a number 5. There's a shot up and good, and that is the number 5. And there's a steal, still by Giesbrecht. Shot along the baseline, no good. High for the rebound is Browning. Browning into the forecourt. Well set to play. Aberdeen in a 2-3 zone. Mon up top between the circles. Whips it over to Hansen. Caleb Hansen on the left angle. Kicks it back outside to Mon. 15 on the shot clock. Browning on the right wing. Across the top over to Hansen. Bounce pass. Mid blocks to McAllister. Harrison! About a 15-footer. Nice shot by Braxton. 13-2. Ooh, nice pass underneath. And scoring is Driscoll, and he was fouled. Anytime I hear the word Driscoll, I always think of strawberries. They are the best strawberries. They're huge and they're just beautiful. They really sort them. But out in Aberdeen, it's not strawberries, it's sugar beets. Mon down with the rebound as Driscoll misses the free throw. Mon up top to Caleb Hansen. Goes in the corner. Browning the 3-point shot. Got it. That's 8 points for Mackay Browning. Into the forecourt is Driscoll. Gets it over. That's that 5. They'll bring it up top. That is Vasquez. Comes over the right angle. Back to Vasquez. Vasquez puts it up in the middle of the paint. No good. Harrison down with the rebound for the Cards. Lead pass comes to Hansen. Hansen on the right angle. Comes over. Browning a 3-point shot. Got it. Wow. 2 threes for Mackay. 19-4. Ball goes inside, taken away. Caleb Hansen on the run. Bounce pass to Mon. Mon too strong. Rebound down to Harrison. Harrison puts it up. Mon puts it up and in. 8 points for Blake Mon. And it is 21-4 with 2:05 to go. Timeout. Aberdeen. Vince King, the Aberdeen coach, calls timeout. So for Aberdeen, Isaac Driscoll, 2 points. And the number 5, I don't have a name for the number, he has 2 points. So Aberdeen with 4 points here in the first quarter. And Mackay Browning has 11 points, two threes, two twos, and one of two. And Blake Mon has 4 twos for 8 points. And Braxton Harrison hit a basket. 21-4, all Soda here in the first quarter. Aberdeen ball. They'll have it midcourt across the way. Ball comes into Trig King. King will bring it into the forecourt. He's got to be Coach Vince King's boy. Goes to Vasquez. Vasquez outside behind the back. Has the ball taken away by Mon. Tried to go behind the back, and Mon picked his pocket, and Mon went up and got stuffed. Went out of bounds. It belonged to Aberdeen. You don't want them to beat Soda, but you kind of feel bad for these kids, just hoping they'll get any kind of win. Ball comes up to Vasquez on the right angle. He's double teamed. Threw it away. It was intended for number 5 underneath, way over his head, up into the south bleachers. Pretty good crowd. Don't have too many crazies here tonight. Sue Haley told me it's men in black tonight, and boy, does she look. She's dressed to the nines tonight. Comes into Dawson. McAllister scores. Let's see if they count it. Sue Haley looks like an attorney. And they called that foul on Barry Valeriano. At the line, Dawson McAllister. He scores. Soda 20-point lead here in the first quarter. Vasquez goes in. Oh, tough luck shot missed. It may have a foul on Harrison. Not a lot of fouls here in the first quarter. 3 apiece. It will be Giesbeck to take it out. Giesbrecht gets it in. Shot from the right wing. Karam's off no good. And Horsley, who is checked back in, has a rebound. Works into the forecourt to back it out and set the offense over to the right angle to Mon, to Dawson McAllister. Wow, that was almost picked. McAllister from the free throw line dances around no good, and Horsley comes up with the rebound. Anytime there's a loose ball, you can bet Junior is right in there somewhere. Mon over on the right angle outside, try to backdoor. Lewis can't catch up to it. Lewis, just a freshman. Ball will come into Giesbrecht. Into the forecourt against Mon. Goes over to King. And we got a reach in by Soda, and that's going to be against Junior. That's his first. He's played for about 3 minutes and just has 1 foul. That's a good thing. He plays like I used to. Take your 5 and sit down. Oh, good inbounds pass. They had a layup, couldn't control it. Driving in hard, shot from the outside by Giesbrecht. No good. Mon down with the rebound for the Cards. Goes to McAllister. Inside to Lewis. Went through Lewis's hands and out of bounds. Soda's ball 94 feet away. We kind of have a conundrum on Saturday. Girls go to Aberdeen, which is going to be a monster game for both teams. But the boys play here. So it's a good thing. If you go to Aberdeen, of course, you can listen to us and come here and watch the boys' game. But the girls need a win. It will be whoever wins will get the second seed between Aberdeen and Soda. This is girls. And the loser will be third seed. Deckle only has 3 losses. We'll make it Wendell. But Wendell has already finished their season. They didn't play the 5 conference games. They just played 3. So Aberdeen and Soda have the edge on that. I'll give that all to you at halftime. 24-4. Cardinals lead it by 20. Start the second quarter. The ball will come into King. No, not King. It is Phillips. Phillips drives no good. Junior Horsley with the rebound. Horsley will bring it into the forecourt and leave it for Browning. Browning back to Horsley on the left angle. 2-3 zone. No, they switch to a man. And got a jump ball as Junior gets tied up by number 5. Alternate possession belongs to Soda. Horsley will get it into Peterson. Pete will work it to the right wing to Hanson. Up top, Browning underneath. Peterson had a layup, put it up again and missed it. Short off the rim, but he was fouled. Pete will go to the free throw line. That foul was against. And I don't have a 22. Shot up by Peterson is good. He'll get one more. Just underway in the second quarter. Peterson for one more. Got them both. Pretty free throw. Ball comes into Phillips. Phillips over to the right side to King. King on the angle, works to the wing, down in the corner, back to King. Back to Phillips, to Vasquez. Stolen away by Peterson. Peterson hard into the forecourt, will pull up on the right wing, back to Horsley on the angle, back to Pete. Peterson an open 3 splash. Peterson off the right wing. King into the forecourt to Phillips. Phillips looks like a nice player. He is a sophomore. Wobbly past the junior and over his head. Got 3 kids that I don't have names for numbers. I think all 3 of them are on the court. What do you do? Phillips. This tall kid, 6'2" at least. Goes outside on the angle to Trig King. King bounce pass at a high post, tipped away. Vasquez comes up with it. Over to the left wing, King. King on the angle across the top. Bounce pass stolen away by Hanson. Going to get a jump ball that belongs to Aberdeen. Taking it out for the Tigers would be number 5. Wish I had a name, but I don't. Bounce pass inside, knocked away, and Martinson comes up with it. He's checked in. Peterson drives off the right side, pulls up 10 feet, no good, taps it out. Hanson comes up with it. Hanson straight away to Horsley. Horsley down in the low blocks. Bounce pass to Peterson. Oh, what a shot by Colton Peterson. Squarely under the basket, just hooked it up without using the backboard, drops it in. King on the left wing puts up a 15-footer, missed everything. Down with the rebound was Hanson to Martinson. Up to Peterson. 3-point shot by Browning off the rim. Phillips on the run. Drives in. He's going to be fouled by Peterson. I said Peterson. That was Phillips. Taking it right down the middle. Put it up about 10 feet away. 31 to 4. Somebody is texting me. Shot up and good. Dances on the rim. He'll get one more. Mon and Bowman check in. Pete and Browning check out. That was just the weather, not anything important. Phillips for one more. Shot up. Good. Really flat, but he dropped it in. Normally you want to put a little air under those, especially on your free throws. Give the ball a better chance of going in. Caleb Hansen into the forecourt. Blake Bond on the right angle, back outside to Bowman. Isaac over to the left angle to Hansen, drives to the baseline, drives in, and he's fouled. Nice drive by Hansen. Martinson comes over and checks with Tanner Myers. And at the line, that foul was on King. And Caleb Hansen will be at the free throw line. Shot up. Nice soft shot. That's one of the reasons you put a little air under it. Checking in is Beck. He was one of the starters. Coming out is Trig King. Hansen, one more shot. That's splash. So Hansen has 2 points. It's 33 to 6 with 5:15 to go until halftime. Outside is Driscoll. Working against Junior, goes to the left wing in the corner. Phillips across the top over Vasquez on the opposite side. Back up top between the circles to Phillips. Vasquez on the left wing. Goes inside, knocked away, and they're going to say Martinson. Last one to touch it. Checking in McAllister and Harris. Horsley and Hanson will check out. Aberdeen ball along their own baseline. Harrison will front the pass, comes into Phillips in the right corner. 3-point shot up by Vasquez, no good. Rebound down to Beck. Outside to Phillips for Aberdeen. Underneath, Vasquez had an easy one. Underneath, another good shot. Couldn't finish it. Underneath is Beck. And he's trapped and driving the baseline. I think they're going to say either Harrison or Martinson got him with the hit. I think it's Harrison. No. And that would be Braxton's second foul. Aberdeen ball underneath their own basket. Harrison will front the ball. Ball stolen away out of the air by McAllister. A lead pass down to Mont. Ooh, he walked. Shot blocked by Phillips. He may be 6'3"ish. I don't know. And he's the tallest Tiger out there. Comes into Martinson. Martinson scores. Landon with his first two. Into the forecourt is Giesbrecht. Giesbrecht reverses it on Mon. Bounce pass right wing to Phillips. Phillips 3-point shot hits the rim. Martinson down with the rebound for Soda. Lead pass to Mon. Mon drives the baseline. That's got to be a blocking foul against Phillips. Yeah, it is. That's the hardest call to make as an official. I remember zebra training. Boy, did we go over that and over that. I can really explain it to you, but it'd take 15 minutes. The defender has to be set square, and he can't step, can't move, unless he's moving exactly with the ball. Mon down with the rebound. Shot up by McAllister. Karam's off, no good. And coming out of there is Driscoll the Strawberry into the forecourt. Crossover dribble by Giesbrecht. Ball stolen away. Bowman lead pass to Mon. Mon goes in and scores. That is 10 points for Blake Mon. 37-6. 30-point lead here in the first half for the Soda junior varsity. Goes to Phillips down in the corner to Beck. Trapped. Ooh, that was almost a walk. I think Soda had a hand on it. That's why they let that go. Went up in the air and come back down. You can't do that. Bad pass. Tried to hit Mon. There's just too many black shirts under there. Now we got a foul. That'll be against Soda. That would be the third. And we're going to call that against Mon. And that's his first. Driscoll, Isaac Driscoll for the Tigers will inbound the ball right across the way from us, get it into Giesbrecht. He'll be picked up by Peterson. Drives, bounce pass, kicked away. And Aberdeen's balled, but I would have called that a kick on Soda. Peterson had a blue shoe on it. Blue shoes are a technical foul. 3-point shot really deep. Rebound down, up and in by Driscoll. That's his fourth point. Peterson outside between the circles, crossover dribble, works to the wing, lob comes into Martinson. Martinson one dribble, turn, shoots, and scores. Martinson with 4 points, 39-8. Soda, 2:10 to go. Shot off the rim. Driscoll comes down with it, puts it up. That's short. Gonzalez. Ooh, bunny hop there. Goes to Harrison, to Peterson. Outside on the angle. Will bring it back up top. Aberdeen's dropped back into a 2-3 zone. Bounce pass up top to McAllister. That's a bad pass. Luckily, Soda got it back. A lot of traffic. Aberdeen takes it away. Going in, shot. Oh, too hard by Driscoll. Puts it up and down with the rebound. Giesbrecht. Giesbrecht missed a layup. Aberdeen just needs to collect themselves. And I don't know whatever happened to the head fake. I'm only 5'9", so I was taught you get under there in the trees. Head fake. Get to the free throw line. Head fake, and then you lean into them, let them just fall right on top of you. I don't know, that's disappeared. That foul was on Gonzalez. Second shot by Giesbrecht. That one's good. Aberdeen has only hit 3 baskets in both quarters. Here in the first half, a minute 37, 30-point lead, 39-9. And we got some zebra stuff going on. Talking to the bench, talking to Vince King, and we got a technical against Soda. Probably didn't check in correctly. Rick is pretty casual about that. First free throw is good. Aberdeen 2 free throws, and they'll get the ball. Second shot off the front of the rim. Giesbrecht is 2 for 4. Browning will check in for Harrison. Aberdeen will have the ball. It'll be Trig King right in front of us to inbound the ball. Come into the right at midcourt to Giesbrecht. Bounce pass comes in and ball knocked away by McAllister, but coming up with it and driving in is Beck. Into the forecourt, Peterson, 39-12. Peterson outside, hooks a pass over to Usovsky, who's checking. Really kind of stubbed his foot falling down, and it was taken away by Aberdeen. Giesbrecht into the forecourt. Goes over to Beck, take it away. Browning right down the middle. Lays it up. That's no good. Gonzalez tips it outside. Good job by Pete. And that's going to be a foul against Giesbrecht. I got him for his first one. Soder has 5 fouls. One, two on Levi Giesbrecht. Next foul, Soder will be in the bonus. There's only 46 seconds left. So non-shooting foul as McAllister gets it into Pete. Back to McAllister. Over to Yusovsky. Back up top, Peterson. McAllister underneath. Gonzalez puts it up, and he was fouled. So Ethan will go to the free throw line for a pair. And that foul went against number 33. That's his second. Gonzalez will get a pair. Shot is up too hard off the back of the rim. He'll get one more. 36.5 seconds. Ethan for one more. Shot is up. Splash. That one was right down to the bottom of the well. 28-point lead for Soda, 30 seconds. Corner shot up by Driscoll, no good. Rebound comes down. Ooh, Browning falling down. Saved it to Peterson. Peterson into the forecourt. Right wing McAllister to Gonzalez in the right corner. Back over the top. It goes to Pete. 3-point shot. Splash from the left corner. That's his second three. 2 seconds. 1 second. Deep shot by Driscoll is no good. And the halftime score is going to be 43-12. Soda Junior Varsity leads it. Give me just a second. I'll add up the scoring for you. And we'll be back for, see if we have halftime activities. The dance group here in Soda, I was trying to figure out who they were. I don't think we're going to have them tonight, but they've been putting on a performance. It's one of the dance teams here in Soda, but man, they've been really good. Let me get the lid back on my Diet Pepsi because I will knock it over. So give me just a second. It won't be hard to add up Aberdeen, unfortunately, for them. Okay, think I got Aberdeen. Okay, let me add up Soda. Just about got Soda. Hang with me. Okay. For Aberdeen, Isaac Driscoll with 4 points, had 2 twos, was 0 for 1. From the free throw line, Ethan Beck hit a basket for 2. Ashton Phillips, 2 for 2 from the free throw line for 2. And Levi Giesbrecht has 2 on 2 of 4 from the free throw line. Aberdeen hit 4 of 8 from the free throw line, committed 8 personal fouls. For Soda, Makai Browning, all his points came in the first quarter, had two threes, two twos, and was 1 of 2 from the free throw line for 11 points. Caleb Hansen hit two free throws, 2 of 2 from the free throw line for 2. Landon Martinson hit 2 buckets for 4. Blake Mon hit 5 twos for 10, was 0 for 2 from the free throw line. Dawson McAllister had a 2 and 1 for 1 from the free throw line for 3. 10 points for Colton Peterson. He had two threes, a 2, and was 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Braxton Harrison hit a basket for 2 points, and Ethan Gonzalez was 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Soda hit on 6 of 10 from the free throw line and committed 6 personal fouls. Let me figure out my difference here. I didn't do that. It was 24-4 in the first quarter as Soda outscored Aberdeen by 20. Then in the second quarter, Soda put up 19 points, outscoring Aberdeen by 11 for a halftime score of 43-12. Take a look at the conference. Wendell, ranked number 1, only has 1 loss, and that was against Filer in overtime down at the Delta Center in Salt Lake. 3-0 in the conference, 13-1 on the season. Soda checks in at second, 3-1 in the conference. Their only loss was to Westside, and that was here. 10-4 on the season. That's a good record. 3-2 are the Pirates of Westside. 10-6 on the season. Malad is 2-2. 9-7 on the season. Declo is 2-4 on the season. 0-4. Excuse me, 2-4 on the season. 7-8. I got to get this straight. Couple of shots on Monday, and I'm not shingles and a tetanus shot. I'm not sure I'm all here. Um, Check that back. Declo 2-4 in the conference, 7-8 on the season. Then it's the Tigers of Aberdeen, 0-4 in the conference, 0-16 on the season. Other games tonight. Wendell is at Malad on Friday. Westside is at Declo tonight. And of course, Soda. Decla will be here at Soda on Saturday. Then on next Wednesday, they'll travel to Wendell. Then next Friday, it'll be Malad at Soda. Soda will finish the conference at Aberdeen. That'll be Tuesday, February 13th. Girls uh, lost to Malad the other night, 52-22. And they will be at Aberdeen in a monster game. That will put the seeding for the girls. Girls can end up second with a win, third with a loss. Girls conference looks this way. Number 1 Milan, 9-0 in the conference, 19-2 on the season. Then it's Soda, 5-3. This is girls, 8-12 on the season. Aberdeen just right at their heels, 5-3, 7-12. So both Soda and Aberdeen are 5-3 in the conference. That's how big that Aberdeen game is on Saturday. Wendell checks in at 3-3. They don't play a full conference schedule. They are 11-4. Yeah, 11-9 on the season. Westside is 2-6 in the conference, 7-3 overall. Declo 0-9 in the conference, 5-14 on the season. So Saturday, uh, girls will be at Aberdeen, and again they're both tied at 5-3. So they'll end up second on the second seed. They'll get a home game. I think they might get a home game either way, but definitely if they win, they'll get a home game in the district conference. Um, and it's either they'll either get second and third either way, but we want to be second. So girls or boys rankings, they're really kind of screwy. I don't know who's voting on this. Top five, maybe. Yeah, okay. Wendell is first. Second is St. Mary's up in the Panhandle. West J is third. Orofino is four. And Ryrie, the Bulldogs, are fifth. New Plymouth dropped out of the top five. The Grims got votes. Malad Dragons got votes. Ambrose Archers got votes. North Fremont Huskies got votes. First Cougars got votes. Westside Pirates picked up votes. Melba Mustangs picked up votes. And this one I don't understand. One of the voters has got to be from Salmon. Salmon picked up votes. Call me crazy. We're about ready to go. 20 seconds. Once again, Blade Bullock with Sue Haley tonight. In Aberdeen, it'll be Soda Ball to begin the third quarter, leading 43-12. Leading scores for Soda, Mackay Browning with 11, Colton Peterson with 10, and Blake Mon with 10. Blake Mon at midcourt across the way. Hanson waits for the inbounds pass, comes in. He'll go across the timeline into the forecourt, works to the right angle, terminates his dribble. Now he's in trouble. Gets it out to Mon straight away. Mon hooks the pass to Peterson. Peterson just inside the arc. Nicely. He's at 23. Am I turning myself?
That's it.
We got it? Yep. I unplugged myself. I don't have any feeling in my feet. I do this all the time at home. I kick my charger out, carry it halfway to the kitchen before I realized I did it. Mine gonna drive in, lays it up. What a nice job. Body control by Blake Mon. Good job by Sue Haley catching that. There's a shot up, 3-point shot. No good by Valeriano. Back the other way. Hanson right down bloody nose lane, lays it in. Back the other way, it'll be Driscoll. Driscoll on the right angle to the wing, comes down into the low blocks, and we got a push. And that's my number 33. I think his first name is 30, and his last name is 3. Landon Martinson foul. Good inbounds pass. Soda cuts off the shot. Goes back outside to Giesbrecht. Shot. Giesbrecht misses it. The rebound comes down to Valeriano. Goes back over to Driscoll. Driscoll drive. Wow. Block inside. That was a double block as Hanson and Martinson both went up. I'll tell you, don't. No, I don't wish neuropathy on anybody. Ball comes in, shot up, skims across the top. Martinson now with a rebound. Up to Dawson. Martin lays it in. We got a foul. Mon with 14 points. With neuropathy, it's kind of a diabetic thing. I have pretty bad diabetes. Dr. Smith asked me what my numbers was a little while ago, and I said, I don't know. It's Christmas. I ate a lot of cookies. That foul was on Giesbrecht, and that's his third. Mon with a shot short off the front of the rim. Aberdeen with the rebound. It'll be Driscoll over to the left side to Valeriano. Back outside to King. Ball taken away by Hanson. Hanson drives in off the right side and he's fouled. Probably Ethan Beck. That was a hard foul. And that's what you want to do. You don't want to give him the basket. You want to put him at the free throw line, make him earn it. Hanson with 4 points. He'll get 2 free throws. That's the second foul on Ethan Beck. Hanson said shot is short off the front of the rim. That's why you do that. Number 5 is going to check in, wearing a white headband. Caleb, one more. Shot is up. That one dances on the rim. Rim won't drop. Aberdeen's number 5 down with the rebound. Long, good defense. Comes up to King. Digging in the corner to Driscoll. Back on the angle to King. Right side, it's Driscoll. Good defense by McAllister. Comes inside, poked away. Aberdeen comes up with it. 3-point shot deep. Karam's no good. And down with the rebound, Hanson up to the right side. Mon drives the baseline. Bounce pass underneath. McAllister, about a 17-footer. Martinson down with the rebound. Finishes it. 6 points for Landon Martinson into the forecourt against King. Goes into the low blocks. 33. I don't know who he is. Shot up. Nice job by Driscoll. Up and under. 6 points for Isaac Driscoll. Outside is Henson, covered by Valeriano. Between the circles, plenty of time on the shot clock. Goes over to the angle. Inside, Harrison whips a pass to Martinson, and Martinson lays another one in. 8 points for Martinson. Nice pass by Braxton Harrison. 3-point shot. Karam's off. Soda with the rebound. That shot was by King. Underneath, Harrison puts it up and he was fouled. That'll be the third foul on Aberdeen. And that's going to go against Trig King, his second. And that'll put Braxton Harrison, just a freshman, banks off. Did a great job, quarterback for the JV, Soda Junior Varsity football team. Vasquez checks in. He's easy to pick up, but he's got a second shot by Braxton is good. Got a pretty good sized afro. Across the top, goes to the wing, down into the corner, back to the angle, back to the baseline. Driscoll outside. I'm not saying the name. That's because there is no name. There's no steal by McAllister. Mon goes in, banks it straight away, got his own rebound. Vasquez and Mon tie up, and the rebound will belong to Aberdeen. Soda with a 40-point lead. They've outscored Aberdeen 10-2 in this third quarter. So once again, looking at the boys' rankings, Wendell, St. Mary's, West J, Orofino, and then Ryrie. In the two ways, Kendrick Tigers, Lakeside Knights are number two. Couple of Pirates check in. Prairie is three. Butte County is tied for four with the Lapway Wildcats, picking up balls from Rock Raiders, Murtaugh Red Devils, and the Grace Grizz. North Star Charter Huskies. In the 1As, Water Springs Warriors are number one. Rockland Bulldogs are number two. Mackay Miners are number three. Garden Valley Wolverines, number four. And Grace Lutheran Royals are number five, picking up Bolts Carey Panthers and the Showband Chiefs. Owyhee, the Storm, number one for the 6As. And then Lake City Timberwolves, Meridian Warriors, Boise Braves, and Centennial Patriots. Post Falls Trojans picked up Bolts along with Highland Rams. Marilano into the forecourt, into the corner, back to Valeriano. Vasquez up top between the circles, over to Driscoll, deep three. That rims off no good. Nice rebound down by Harrison. Harrison pushes it down the floor. Should have waited till he had help. And I think Aberdeen bailed him out, knocking that out of bounds. He was a little out of control on that one. Harrison inbound. No, yes, Harrison inbounds it. Mon turns, shoots, and scores. Blake Mon with 16 points. Valeriano drives against McAllister. Right corner, comes out to Vasquez, middle of the paint, dropped it in. Emerson Vasquez. Harrison will bring it into the forecourt. Up top between the circles, working against Valeriano. Picks his pocket and then bump there by Harrison. They didn't call it. Valeriano put it up, rattled around, popped out. Martinson's going to get tied up by number 5. Number is his first name. 5 is his last name. Possession belongs to Aberdeen. Ball comes in. Vasquez missed a layup. Good inbounds pass. Harrison comes up with it for the Birds. Long lead pass over the top of Bowman. 56-16. 40-point lead with 2:54 to go in the third. Usovsky checks in for Harrison. Valeriano. Bowman with a steal, and he saved it from going out of bounds to Lewis to McAllister. McAllister there pass to Mon. Mon pulls up along the baseline, no good. Lewis knocks it away on the rebound. Bowman drives. He had it knocked away, and Mon comes up with it. 2:30 to go in the third quarter. Ball poked away. I got to tell you, Valeriano already has a couple of picks. He's got quick hands. Reminds me of Gracie Moldenhauer, how he reaches around the back, pokes it away. I love Gracie Moldenhauer. Ball comes in, Aberdeen with a steal. Down the right side, shot blocked by Lewis. 2:19 to go. Horsley will check in. That's hard to do, that little reach around without causing a foul. It's kind of like over the back or just reaching in, chesting up. Just a matter of what the officials want to call. Driscoll comes outside to Beck. Shot up, no good. I think the rebound went off of, nope. I thought that went off of Dawson. Nope, they're going to say it went off of Aberdeen. 2:12 to go in the third, 56-16. McAllister back to Horsley. Horsley will bring it into the forecourt straight away over to Usovsky on the left wing. Usovsky bounce pass to Dawson straight away. Vasquez knocks it out of bounds away from Horsley. Horsley will inbound the pass in front of the Soda bench to McAllister. McAllister, oh, he threw that in traffic and call a jump. This one belongs to Soda. Beck kind of checking inventory, getting up, looking at his elbow, two ears, a nose. Horsley to inbound the ball. Corner. Martinson from the corner. No good. Driscoll is tied up by Horsley. Or are they going to call a foul? No. That's a jump. Come on. That's the third foul on Junior. That's usually where he's at with the fouls. And he will play just as hard when he's got four. Right side goes to the corner. Bounce pass mid blocks to Beck. Shot up and in, a 3-point shot by Driscoll. 56-19, a minute 20 to go in the third quarter. High post to Lewis, back outside McAllister. That was dangerous pass. Driscoll pokes it away out of bounds. Gonzalez checks in for Soda. Horsley with the inbounds pass to Ethan. Back to Junior. Junior will bring it back up top. Oh, what a nice pass, and Lewis mishandled it. He had a layup. Nice gesture by Vasquez, helping Lewis back up. Ball comes into Driscoll. He'll walk it up the floor. Left side to Valeriano. Working against Yusovsky. Corner to Driscoll. Valeriano fakes right. Goes left. Vasquez outside on the angle. Nice pass inside. Middle of the paint. Number 5 is going to get tied up by Junior. And Lewis was also right there. Oh, this possession I thought belonged to Soda. I thought Aberdeen had the last one. Did we forget to change the arrow? Ball comes in, number 5, 3-point shot, goes over the top. Junior knocks it off from Ethan Beck. It'll be Soda's ball. 40 seconds to go in the third quarter. Horsley inbounds it to Gonzalez. Back to Horsley. Horsley into the forecourt to Gonzalez on the right angle. Ooh, bad pass. Picked off by Valeriano. He's going to take it the distance and lay it in. Little careless with the basketball. Horsley to Lewis. Gonzalez has the ball knocked away. Horsley collects it on the left wing, has it poked away from him. Pick it up. Martinson thought it was going to be backcourt. You want to pick that up anyway. It wasn't. 1 second. That's the end of the third quarter. So they're leading 56-21. Aberdeen put up 9 points in that quarter. Soda put up 13 points. 56-21. Take a look at the boys' 6A rankings. Owyhee Storm, number 1. Lake City Timberwolves, number 2. Meridian jumped all the way to number 3. They're new in the rankings. So the Warriors are at number 3. Boise Braves are 4. Centennial Patriots are 5. And they're new. Or actually, no change. Post Falls Trojans and Highland Rams have got votes. Preston Indians, number 1 in the 5As. Blackfoot Broncos, number 3 or 2, make it. Twin Falls Bruins, 3. Lewiston Bengals, 4. And the Middleton Vikings are number 5, picking up votes. The Columbia Wildcats, Bishop Kelly Knights, Valley View Hawks, I believe that is. Pocatello Thunder and the Skyview. I know it's the Skyview Hawk. Soda ball in the fourth quarter outside. It's McCalla or Megan McCall. Oh, Peterson. Like I say, I took a couple of shots Monday afternoon. I think they're just now kind of getting to me. Kind of hurt yesterday. Now I think they're affecting my brain. Of course, anything could affect my brain. Browning over to Mon. Mon on the angle. Tried a backdoor bad pass picked off. Down goes Giesbrecht, and he takes it to length and drops it in. 56-23. Browning will bring it outside between the angles. That works over the left angle. Goes to Peterson. Mon, oh, it's kind of a weird shot. Threw it up off his left hip from the right side. Vasquez back the other way to Driscoll. Driscoll pulls up right elbow short off the rim. Lewis with the rebound will clear it to Browning up the floor to Peterson. Peterson, ooh, bad pass is picked off by Driscoll. He goes down, lays it in. Here, Solder a little careless with the basketball. 56-25, 26-point lead. Mon drives, puts up a 15-footer. That went behind the backboard. Ooh, Peterson to Browning to Pete. Back to Browning. 3-point shot. Rims out. Lewis with the rebound. Goes to Harrison. 3-point shot. Mine with the rebound. I'm thinking that was a foul on number 5. First name again is Number, and his last name is 5. Second foul on Aberdeen. Harrison will take it out. Dangerous pass to Lewis. Lewis puts it up. Harris goes up to the rebound. It's loose. Aberdeen's Giesbrecht comes up with it. Driving on Mon into the forecourt. Right angle, Giesbrecht a deep shot. No good. Soda flat-footed on the rebounds. Ball comes back outside to Driscoll. Mon tried to save it, but it came into Driscoll. Now Soda with the rebound. Long lead pass to Mond, and Mond drops it in. 18 points for Blake Mond. Whoops, I got that in the wrong quarter. That's the first bucket in the fourth quarter by Soda. Said no foul, no foul. What are they calling? Got black 15. That'd be Ethan Beck. What does that mean? Checking in McAllister for Mom, but Aberdeen's taking it out. I didn't understand that one at all. Comes into Beck, ball. Good job clearing it back outside to Vasquez. Goes down in the corner. Driscoll. Well, don't tighten it up. I hate that. You let them 15. He keeps saying 15 now. He said 25. That's Lewis. That's his second. Ball comes into Vasquez. I don't know why officials do that. Let them beat the heck out of each other for 3 quarters. And then in that final quarter, they tighten it up. And I don't know what's up with that. And it's every game, every official. Peterson. It's kind of both ways. Goes over to Browning. Browning. High post to Harrison. McAllister. 3-point shot that missed everything. Ball saved by Pete. 3-point shot by Browning is no good. Vasquez down with the rebound. Long lead pass to Driscoll. What a save by Driscoll. Flying out of bounds. Vasquez drives in. Browning with the rebound. He threw it back over his head, and Vasquez just happened to be there. There's a steal underneath by Browning, but I think we got a foul. And gotta wait for him to post it. He flashed, no, 2-3. And that's gonna go against Valeriano. And that'll put Browning at the free throw line. He had 11 in the first quarter. This will be his first attempts in the second quarter, and that's short off the front of the rim. Mackay, good athlete. He'll get one more. Gonzalez will check in for Peterson. Bowman checks in for McAllister. Soda leads 58-25. Mercy rule is on as the clock is running during the free throw. Browning hits the second one, has 12 points. Ball comes into Driscoll. Driscoll into the forecourt. Right wing puts up a three, rims out. Harrison for Soda down with the rebound. Harrison into the forecourt. Right side, 1:53 and running. Timeout. Oh, they stopped the clock in the timeout. I thought they let it run through everything in the mercy rule. That proved me to be a liar. 59-25. And again, I forgot to check the game clock. And I think you've heard this is a pet peeve of mine. One of many. They put the timeout for the timeout up on the board and run it. 60-second timeout. Somebody tried to tell me that it's for the coaches. Whatever. The coaches know, the refs will tell them, and the coaches will always take an extra 10 seconds, so it doesn't mean anything. Game clock does. And poor old man like me sometimes forgets to look or doesn't remember what the game clock is. Oh, there's Shawnee Thompson. Saw her at Maverick tonight. And I love Shawnee Thompson. She is the activities or athletic director, AD, that covers them both, here at Soda Springs High School. Soda ball right in front of us. Harrison gets it into Bowman. Bowman outside working against Giesbrecht. Harrison bump from behind. Bump on Gonzalez. That should put Gonzalez at the line. And at least the fourth foul. Oh no, they called that on Driscoll. I thought it was Giesbrecht. Ethan will go to the free throw line. He's one of two. And the clock is running through the free throw. So if Gonzalez just really took his time, he could almost run the clock out. Misses the first one. He'll get one more. Just has 1 point. He's 1 for 3 from the free throw line. Shot up. That one's no good. Lewis keeps it alive. Harrison drives, puts up a floater. That's no good. And Driscoll down with the rebound. Driscoll will bring it into the forecourt, left side to Vasquez. Vasquez up top. And that went through, and I got a 22 I don't have a name for. 35 seconds, the clock should run out right here. That foul's going to go against Harrison, his third. 28, 27, 26. Driscoll at the free throw line. Driscoll puts up the first one. That's good. 17, 15. Clock running. Shot clock is off. 8, 7. Second shot is good. 6, 5. Zenda Bowman. He doesn't even have to bring it across the timeline. Aberdeen throws in the white towel. And that's it. 59-27 is the final score for the junior varsity. Soda only put up 3 points in that final quarter. Aberdeen put up 6. Give me a second as the kids shake hands at mid-court. Coaches shake hands. Isaac Driscoll, pretty good game. 13 points. I can add up Aberdeen quickly here. Not too much to add up. Good free throw percentage for Aberdeen. They hit 6 of 7. Okay, I've got Aberdeen done. Give me a second. I'll add up the Cardinals. Okay, just about got it. Soda needs to work on their free throws. Okay, think I got it. Varsities come out. For Aberdeen, 13 points for Isaac Driscoll. Hit a 3, 4 twos, and was 2 for 2. They made it 2 for 3. Boy, am I stumbling all over myself tonight. 2 for 3 from the free throw line. Ethan Beck hit a 2 for 2. Giovanni Valeriano hit a bucket for 2. Emerson Vasquez hit a basket for 2. Trick King started, did not score. 2 points for Ashton Phillips, 2 for 2 from the free throw line. And Levi Giesbrecht had 4 points, had a 2, and was 2 of 4 from the free throw line. Aberdeen hit 6 of 7 from the free throw line, committed 16 personal fouls. For Soda, Mackay Browning, 12 points, 11 of them in the first quarter. Had 2 threes, 2 twos, and was 2 of 4 from the free throw line. 4 points for Caleb Hansen on a 2 and 2 of 4 from the free throw line. 8 points for Landon Martinson on 4 twos. 18 points for Blake Mon. He had 9 twos. 0 for 3 from the free throw line. 3 points for Dawson McAllister. Had a 2, was 1 for 1 from the free throw line. Colton Peterson hit 2 threes, a 2, and was 2 for 2 from the free throw line for 10 points. Whoops, I missed Braxton. Braxton Harrison hit a basket and was 0 for 1 from the free throw line. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Soda hit 9 of 20 from the free throw line. Committed 12 personal fouls. At the end of the first quarter, Soda led it by 20, 24-14. At halftime in the third quarter, they outscored the Tigers by 13, 19-8. That doesn't make sense. After we had that, it was 43-12 at halftime. Again, I apologize. I'm really not all here tonight. 56 to 21 at the end of three. Soda outscored Aberdeen 13-9. Then Aberdeen actually outscored Soda 6-3 in the fourth quarter. Final score 59-27. Soda had as much as, I think it was a 30. I know it was 30. I'm thinking it was a 32-point lead. We're about 10 minutes away from start of the varsity. Oh no. Connor McWilliams shaved off his beard. He looked like he was 35 years old down at Grace the other night. Woo, you went up, tried to dunk and missed it. Speaking of dunks, Logan Miller against Grace. He got a monster dunk, but he got called for a technical foul for pulling the rim down. And also Jackson Horsley, not as pretty as Logan's, but he did get a dunk against Grace. So the Cards had two dunks against the Grizzlies. They won that game 65-50. Soda comes in to tonight's game. And again, just kind of hang with me tonight. I don't know why it's 2.5 days later. I had a couple of shots on Monday, tetanus and shingles. And Lindsay Hobbs, who always calls me Super Glade, that's still kind of going around. She said it probably wouldn't hurt on Monday. It would on Tuesday. But I'm a little loopy on Wednesday. I'm dyslexic, so I've got things backwards. That's normal. But I'm just kind of weird tonight, so hang with me. Soda comes in 3-1 in the conference, 10-4 on the season. Their losses were to New Plymouth, at West J, at American Falls, and West Side at that was here in Soda. Their wins come over Parma, Bear Lake twice, Salmon twice, Grace twice, beat Declo at Declo 56-48, beat Malad at Malad 64-55, beat West Side 67-57 down in Dayton. And just the other evening, Monday, at Grace 65-50. So we've got Aberdeen here tonight. I'll give you Aberdeen in just a second. But importantly, Declo, the Hornets, are here on Saturday. We need people to come out. But maybe even more importantly, I think it's probably a more important game. The girls are in a huge game up at Aberdeen. And that's on Saturday. Both games are on Saturday, so you can figure it out. We'll have the boys here. And I have people ask me, why don't you go on the road like you used to? And I really miss that. Unfortunately, there's a national contract with FHFS. So there's contracts where we can't go on the road, but they can't stop us from doing local broadcasting. That's technically because of emergency broadcasting, whatever. They have to allow us. And I don't think Soda actually signed that contract. So we can't do games on the road. I miss bumping my head on the balcony at Aberdeen. Uh, so we'll do the boys' game on Saturday. The girls will be in Aberdeen. Both Soda and the Lady Tigers are 5-3. So the winner of that game will nail down the second seed in the district tournament. Malad will be number one, undefeated in the conference. And so Soda and Aberdeen will fight it out for the second and third seeds. Wendell only has 3 losses, as do Soda and Aberdeen, but Wendell doesn't play a full conference schedule, and they are done. They are 3-3 in the conference. Westside 2-6, and Declo girls have not won a game. So both Aberdeen, what a shock! Aberdeen beat Soda here. What was that, 49-47 here? As the Lady Tigers beat Soda, I still see the smiles on their faces as the Lady Tigers came off the court. Come back. They were down about 10, I think it was, battled back. So they were tied with Soda 5-3, and huge game to determine the final seeding, and that will be in Aberdeen. So the boys, Declo here on Saturday. It's unusual to have both the boys and the girls playing at the same time. So Declo here on Saturday. Wendell, Cards will travel out to Wendell on Wednesday. Well, next Wednesday, so lad, there I go. So lad, I was thinking salad, I think. Malad, I know, I can't help it. Malad will be here at Soda on Friday. It's your fault, Lindsay. Malad will be here at Soda on Friday. That's February 6th. And then this is boys. And we finish at Aberdeen on Tuesday, February 13th. In the conference for the boys goes Wendell 3-0. Soda checking in at second, 3-1. Then it's West Side, and Soda has the head-to-head against the Pirates. And then it's Salad at 2-2. Declo is 2-4, and Aberdeen is 0-4. Wendell is at Malad on Friday. West Side will be at Declan. Can't read my own writing. Tuesday? Wow. I must have been out. Has to be Tuesday. I'll have to double check that on my phone. Once again, Aberdeen comes in 4-0 in the conference and 0-16 on the season. So they haven't won a game. Games tonight, I have them here somewhere. This is boys. Ryries at North Fremont. Snake is at Bear Lake. West Side is at Declo. Wendell is at Salad. American Falls is at Marsh Valley. It's your fault, Lindsay. West J is at Salmon. And Teton is at South Fremont. Yeah, I can drive home. It's just 2 blocks west of here on MacArthur. Actually, it's a block and a half. Games last night, boys. I'll get it together. So Idaho Falls, the Tigers beat the Bees of Bonneville 56. No, other way. Bonneville, dyslexics. Bonneville 67, Idaho Falls 56. Madison over Canyon Ridge, 65 to 51. Hillcrest and over Shelley, 53-34. Pocatello over Thunder Ridge, 61 to 53. Number one ranked Preston over Century, 62 to 47. Highland, the Rams are ranked number 5. Ready for pregame stuff. Highland 64, Rigby 52, Blackfoot 61, and Skyline 50. I better turn it over to Jeff Horsley. We'll have our national anthem here. We'll go through the sportsman code. Once again, Glade Bullock with Suhaili. Let me see if I can get my old bones up. Yeah, I did walk 3 miles yesterday, and I'll admit that one affected me. I just live a block and a half straight over from the high school, and I walk up to Hooper Springs and back. Can't go down the canal anymore because it's covered with snow. Flag will drop out of the northwest corner, so the cheerleaders will present the colors. So the pit band. Retrieving the colors, but ready to go. Starting lineups for Aberdeen. Ronnie Cernan, Emmanuel Barrera, Jose Medea, Kendall Pratt, and Giovanni Baliano. He got playing time in the JV game. Now they'll turn the lights off, and it'll be the usual suspects for Soda. If the lights were on, I could read them to you. Cooper Thompson, and Gavin Hansen. There's Harrison. McWilliams, Connor McWilliams without a beard. And Jackson Bushlift. Turn the light on, Jeff. Love Jeff Horsley. Got a great voice. Coaches are Tom Fuschel for Aberdeen, Jody Phillips. Assistant coaches, Ryan Peterson and Babe Myers. Principal, and while she's doing a great job, her first year, Sherry Moulton. Superintendent is Scott Muir. Sure. I know Deanne Barker, but I really know Shawnee Thompson. Kick comes down, belongs to Soda Cooper across court. 3-point shot is good by Gavin Hansen. 3-0 Soda. They lit up the threes in the first half against Grace. Into the forecourt is Medell. And there's a cutter and out of bounds. He's Soda's ball. Big court trap by the Tigers. Coop across over to Hanson. Down in the corner to McWilliams. Nice job. Goes underneath McWilliams. Down in the low blocks. Turns, shoots, and drops it in. Valeriano gets it to Barrera. To Medell. Outside they work it to Cerna. Straight away is Barrera. Nice pick. Down to 10 seconds on the shot clock. Driving it up and in, and he's fouled. Is Emmanuel Barrera. I had a Forte Barrera that played on my softball team down in New Mexico. Oh, was he good? Any pitch. He could take it out. And the thing about Barrera, Jorge, he was missing 4 fingers at the knuckle. He was a lumberjack. Balance that bat on his hand, take it out with one arm. In the corner, Coop, 3-point shot, no good. Rebound down McWilliams, and McWilliams has 4 points. Into the forecourt is Medell. Medell picked up by Horsley on the angle. He's in trouble. Gets it over to Barrera. Barrera up top to Valeriano. Ball taken away. Cooper Thompson, lead pass down to Hanson. Hanson, back pass, picked off through traffic, and Medell picks it off. Pass underneath. One-handed shot up high for the rebound is McWilliams. Underneath the Coop, good job saving it. Back outside to McWilliams. To Thompson, no pass underneath. Oh, wow. Hanson missed one point blank. That's tapped up and in. I believe that was Harrison. 9-3. Soda. Walking the ball up the floor is Medell. He'll get the ball to Cerna. Back to Medell against Horsley. Ball is knocked away. McWilliams is going to dive in, tie it up. Tiger ball on the alternate possession. Taking it out will be Valeriano. Along the Aberdeen baseline, comes into Pratt. Pratt back to Medell. Medell brings it back up top. Goes over to the left side to Barrera. Barrera puts up a shot and drops it in. He has all 5 of Aberdeen's point. Bad pass picked off by Pratt. He gets the ball to Valeriano into the forecourt. Ooh, he walked. Yeah, he did. Ronnie Cerna took an extra step as he tried to set up for a 3-point shot. Preston Osborne will check in for Harrison. Jackson Horsley had those teal green shoes down in Grace. They almost blinded me. Osborne around the arc. Coop, 3-point shot. No good. Battle for the rebound. Medell. Cooper Thompson goes high in the air. Taps it back to Hanson underneath to Osborne. Osborne threw it right to Cerna. Cerna goes in, missed the layup. Lead pass goes into Thompson. Thompson off the left side. Missed a pretty easy one, but he was fouled. I just have to wait for him to post it. That's going to go against Medell. Thompson at the free throw line. Boy, down at Gray, Soda just lit it up outside the arc. Here comes Mr. Slam Dunk. As Logan checks in for Jackson. Coop, one more. Normally solid free throw shooter. It's 1 out of 2. Florida leads 10-5 as Medell brings it into the forecourt, leaves it for Cerna on the angle. Cerna tried to go behind his back and lost it. It's another one of my pet peeves. His 3-point shot is up. Ball is tapped in. McWilliams lead pass, and Miller couldn't control it. He was going to go in for a dunk. Cerna outside on the left wing, drives down the mid, lays it up and in. Ball goes to Osborne. Back outside to Thompson, to Hanson, no look. Into McWilliams, and McWilliams has 6 points. 12-5. Timeout. Aberdeen. Once again, Declo boys are here in Soda Springs Saturday. Soda girls, huge monster game up in Aberdeen. That will determine a lot of stuff. Quite a few crazies, they kind of showed up. How many are wearing black over there with the crazies? How many are wearing black over there with the crazies? Half of them? Sue Haley says half of them. It's men in black, and I gotta tell you, Sue Haley is dressed to the nines, has a jacket, black tie, white shirt. She looks awesome. Looks like she's gonna battle some aliens here. It'll be Medell to the angle. Long shot up, no good. And ball taken away from Miller. Miller got it back. Oh, lead pass is picked off by Driscoll. Goes to Valeriano. Over to Medell on the angle. Shot up by Pratt. No good. Cooper down with the rebound. Goes the distance. Lays it up and in. 14-7. 2:45 to go in the first quarter. Barbera works to the right angle against Thompson. Down along the baseline. Driscoll to Pratt. Pratt at a high post. Drives down the right side of the paint. And I think they're going to call an offensive foul against Pratt, clearing with his elbow. He's pretty tall, at least 6'5". Soda ball as McWilliams gets it into Thompson. Thompson into the forecourt. Goes on the angle to Osborne across the top to Horsley. Horsley back to Thompson. Preston Osborne in the left corner. Bad pass by Horsley is picked off by Barrera. Shot up by Medell. 3-point shot, no good. Might have a foul against Driscoll on the rebound. 2:07 to go in the first quarter. Soda leads it 14-7. Horsley. They're making Hanson into the forecourt. Underneath, what a beautiful pass back to Hanson, and Hanson scores. Gavin Hanson with 5 points. Outside is Medell. Medell will leave it for Barrera. Underneath, good pass, but the shot wasn't there for Medell. Takes it back outside and up and under. And then we got a foul on the Soda. Not the prettiest first quarter by the Cards. Driscoll at the line for 2. Foul was against Thompson. Minute 33 to go in the first quarter. Shot is up and good. Aberdeen 2 for 2 from the free throw line. And Driscoll, Isaac, one more. That one's off the front of the rim. Miller down with the rebound. Thompson to Osborne. Osborne reverse 360 scores. What a shot by Preston Osborne. Osborne. Back 2 generations. Grandparents, great grandparents were Osborne's. Still by Thompson. Thompson takes it into the left hand, scores in it. Yeah, Thompson. Told you I was going to have a problem. Scores and he was fouled. That's 4 fouls on Aberdeen. That foul went against Valeriano, his first. 20-8, Soda. Cooper, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Shot up and good. Makes the 3-point play the old-fashioned way. 21-8, a minute 7 to go in the first quarter. Cerna checks back in. Medell to inbound the ball. Comes in to Barrera. Barrera gets it back to Medell. Medell still in the back court. Back to Barrera. Good job. Coop went for the steal. And the ball knocked out of bounds, but it went off from Aberdeen. Went off from Pratt. Hanson into the forecourt. Right angle to Thompson. Thompson high post. And Horsley tried to force it in. Thompson steals the ball. Thompson back the other way, goes in against Pratt, laid it over the rim. Miller with the rebound, scores and he's fouled. Mr. Dunk with a basket. And he'll get a free throw. And that foul went against Driscoll. That's his second. Thompson will check out with 36 seconds. Oh, that's a technical foul on those bright teal green shoes. Free throw by Miller is no good. Pratt down with the rebound. Up the floor to Medell. Medell on the right angle. Soda in a zone. Goes over to the right side to Driscoll. Back up top to Medell. 20 seconds. First quarter, ball knocked away from by Osborne from behind. Pratt runs it down. High post, Cerna right elbow splash. He has 4 points. 5 seconds. Look at the clock. Get the shot up. Osborne sees it. 3-point shot, no good. And it's a 13-point lead for Soda at the end of the first quarter. Soda 23, Aberdeen 10. Boys games tonight. Riley is at North Fremont. Snake is at Bear Lake. West Side's at Declo. Wendell's at Malad. American Falls is at Marsh Valley. They're both ranked in the top five. West Jay's at Salmon. And Teton is at South Fremont. Girls, I didn't do girls tonight. Last night, girls, Grace, Grace beat West Side, 46-40. Bear Lake beat American Falls 50-22. Aberdeen beat Decalo 41-37. Malad beat Soda 52-22. Marsh Valley beat Snake 54-25. Sugar beat South Fremont 74-42. Soda ball to begin the second quarter. Cards leading 23-10. Thompson gets it into Hanson. Thompson gets a 3-point shot, rims out. Hanson with the rebound, missed everything right in the middle of the paint. Aberdeen Cerna down with the rebound. Cerna will push it to Medell on the right wing. High post, Pratt from the free throw line, rims out. Harrison for Soda to Thompson. Thompson pulls up, middle of the paint, fires it into McWilliams. Pratt blocks McWilliams' shot. They dive for it on the floor. And they're going to say Soda kicked it. Not sure I saw that one. 23-10, just underway in the second quarter. Ball comes into Jose Medellin. Up the floor to Ronnie Cerna. Cerna threw it away. Tried to hit Pratt on the opposite side. Goes to Thompson. No look underneath Harrison. Harrison kicks it back to McWilliams. A crossover. Horsley. 3-point shot from the corner. Drilled it. That's his first basket. Into the fourth court. Giesbrecht, who's checked in. Medell leans in and scores. I'll say Medell. Hanson into the fourth court. Over to Horsley. McWilliams, a 3-point shot off the rim. Cerna, I think we're going to say he traveled. He ripped it away from Harrison. Martinson will check in for Soda. And I'm going to say Cerna traveled with that. He kind of spun around. Not sure he had possession. Wow, what a block by Pratt. There's a steal. Giesbrecht drive, puts up the 15-footer. No good. Martinson for Soder down with the rebound. Long lead past McWilliams, almost fell out of bounds. Drives underneath the Bears baseline, lost it off his foot. And this is one of those where you kind of have to be there. I think you're going to say both players had a hold of the ball, and both players were laying it on the baseline, so they called the jump. The possession belongs to Aberdeen. Jose Medell up the floor to Cerna. Cerna to Giesbrecht. Toss pass back to Cerna, across the top, over to Beck. Shot up by Beck. McWilliams for Soda, high for the rebound. Thompson into the forecourt. Thompson pulls up at the free throw line, rattle around. Martinson with the rebound, and Martinson puts it back up and in. 28-12, Cards. Medell, left side into Pratt. Pratt puts it up, and he knocks McWilliams down. Or Harrison it was. They're both kind of square. I think McWilliams an inch, maybe two taller than Caden. We're going to call the foul on Pratt. That's his second. So the ball, 94 feet away. Giesbrecht will pick him up at midcourt. Ball comes in to Horsley. Horsley into the forecourt to Thompson, left angle. Across the top to Martinson. Martinson to McWilliams. Thompson, bounce pass out to Horsley. 3-point shot, no good. Martinson down with the rebound, scores. 4 points. for Landon. Giesbrecht into the forecourt to Cerna. Cerna drives to the left, right wing. Giesbrecht 3-point shot banks off no good. McWilliams with the rebound. Goes to Horsley. Horsley down the middle. Rims out. Harrison taps it up. Martinson with the rebound. And boy, he's hard to handle underneath the basket. That's 6 points for Landon Martinson. 4:50 to go until halftime. 32 to 12. Cerna a 3-point shot. That banks off no good. Cooper Thompson comes up with it. Pass is picked off by Beck. Pratt from the right elbow scores. That's his first basket. Cooper Thompson pulls up mid-block, shovels it under to Harrison. Back to Thompson, over the head of Jackson Horsley, and out of bounds. Osborne and Miller will check in for Harrison and Horsley. Ball comes into Giesbrecht. Full court pressure now by Soda. Lob comes into the forecourt to Villarreal. Cerna jump step. Puts it up, no good. Martinson down with the rebound. McWilliams to Thompson. And that's going to be a foul on Cerna. And that would be Aberdeen's third foul. Hanson will check in for the 17-year-old McWilliams. He was 35 years old Monday. Comes up top. Thompson, no look pass. I don't think Osborne was expecting that. Full court pressure by the Cards. 32 to 14. 3:58 to go until halftime. Giesbrecht gets a pick by Beck. Goes to driving all the way in and missing was Barrera. Goes to Thompson in the left corner. Martinson a 3-point shot. That was wide left. Giesbrecht long lead pass to Valeriano. Puts it in. And they're going to call a delay on Giesbrecht. Can't mess with the ball once it goes through the net. So that's just a warning. 32-16, 3:29 to go until halftime. Horsley outside to Thompson. Back to Osborne. Osborne banks one in. 4 points for Preston. Into the forecourt is Barrera. I won't trill that R so you gringos can understand me. Goes to Pratt up top. Driving in, Barrera scores. He has 7 points. About a 10-footer off the right angle. Thompson straight away over to Preston. Ooh, that went under the basket and hit the baseline. Checking in is going to be Phillips. He'll check in for Giesbrecht. Phillips is a good player. Had quite a few minutes. McWilliams will check in for Thompson. Soda in, I'm not sure if it's 2-3 zone or they're just waiting to man up. Goes to Phillips. Back outside Barrera. Barrera leans in, puts a shot up, rolls off the rim. Never high for the rebound. McWilliams may have had an extra step. Goes to Phillips. Phillips on the left wing. Across the top. Oh, Valeriano looked before he stepped before he looked. I'm dyslexic. That went right through his hands. Just like a wide receiver that does that. I've done it. When I do it, it doesn't count. Horsley or Hanson into the forecourt. Miller drives, puts up the shot off the glass, no good. Barrera Down with the rebound. Herrera into the forecourt. 3-point shot by Phillips off the back of the rim. Beck with the rebound, threw it away. No. Yes. Soda. Ref faked me out. Looked like he was pointing to Aberdeen. Then changed his mind. Gavin Hansen will bring it up. Boy, he had a monster night last night, or Monday night. Preston Osborne up top on the angle, across the top. Gavin Hansen. McWilliams, 3-point shot straight away, got it. McWilliams, he has 9 points. Ooh, Barbera walks, goes outside to Valeriano. Back to Barbera on the angle. Said I wouldn't drill that hard. I'm kind of doing it. Battle for the rebound. Hansen comes up with it. Hansen lobs it into Osborne. Good fake by Osborne. And coming out of there with it was Phillips. And pass along the baseline to Beck. Outside Phillips, a deep three. Miller down with the rebound with 55 seconds. Outside, Gavin Hansen pulls up mid-blocks. That's no good. Knocked out of bounds. Martinson, the last one to touch it. 50.4 seconds. Soda leads it 37-18. Pass into Giesbrecht and dances on the rim and dropped in. Come on now. Into the forecourt is Hansen with 30 seconds to go until halftime. McWilliams straight away across. Back to McWilliams from Osborne. McWilliams kicks it to Hansen. Hansen, I don't like that no-look stuff. McWilliams 3-point shot. Rebound high over the head of Miller. 10 seconds. Aberdeen with it. Phillips pulls up. Mario block. Valeriano 3-point shot. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. Ooh, that was close. McWilliams about a 3/4 court shot. And it's a 37-20 point lead. Aberdeen put up 10 points. Soda put up 14 in that quarter. I'll let up scoring for you. We'll be back for halftime activities. We're on. Okay, I've got the Tigers done. The way my brain is working tonight, don't put any money on anything I say. Okay, just about got soda. Okay. Sue Haley handed me some blue raspberry taffy. Maybe that will cure what's going on tonight. I don't think I've ever been like this. I'm kind of having issues. It's kind of like taffy. 4 points for Ronnie Suriname on 2 twos. Jose Medel had 2 points on a basket. 7 points for Emmanuel Barrera. 3 twos, 1 for 1 from the free throw line. Isaac Driscoll, 1 point on 1 of 2 from the free throw line. And Giovanni Valeriano had a basket for 2. Tigers hit on 2 of 3 from the free throw line, committed 6 personal fouls. We kind of let them play in the first half. For Soda, 6 points for Cooper Thompson. Had 2 twos and 2 of 3 from the free throw line. 5 points for Gavin Hansen. Had a 3 and a 2. 2 points for Logan Miller. Had a 2 and 0 for 2. Oh, excuse me, 0 for 1 from the free throw line. Preston Osborne, 4 points on 2 twos. 9 points for Connor McWilliams. Had 3 twos and a 3. Caden Harrison hit a bucket for 2. Landon Martin's a good first half, good second quarter. 3 twos for 6 points. Soda hit on 2 of 3 from the free throw line, committed 4 personal fouls. At the end of the first quarter, Soda outscored the Tigers by 13, and it was 23-10 after 1. Second quarter, Soda outscored the Tigers by 4, and here we are at halftime, 37-20. I got to try this blueberry taffy. I might get lockjaw. Take a look at college real fast. BYU. Still ranked 13th from what I could see. They're 5-2 in the Big 12. 17-3 overall. Lost to Arizona the other night, 86-83. They're at Kansas on Saturday. In the Big 12, it goes Arizona 8-0, ranked number 1. Houston 6-1, Texas Tech 6-1. Kansas, Iowa State, and BYU are all 5-2. Boise State, they're 5-5 in the Mountain West, 13-8 on the season. They have 4 wins in a row. They beat the Spartans at San Jose State 89-58. They're at Grand Canyon to face the Lopes down in Phoenix. The Antelopes, that's tomorrow. Then Nevada will be at Boise at Extra Mile Arena on Tuesday. Utah State 8-2, 17-3 on the season. They just mopped the floor with the Pokes last night. It was Aggies 94 and Wyoming 62. San Diego State will be at Utah State Saturday at the Spectrum. Then the Aggies will be on the road next week, Wednesday. Face New Mexico, my Lobos. In the pit. I've done games there. Awesome place. Then they're at Wyoming on Saturday. In the Mountain West, San Diego State 9-1. Utah State and New Mexico are tied 8-2. And second, Grand Canyon, who's new to the Mountain West. I remember when they were just a 2-year college, they really moved up the ranks. It's kind of like Utah Valley. 6-3. UNLV is 5-4, 10-10. on the season. The Big Sky goes Portland 7-0. Montana State is 7-1. Montana 6-2. Idaho is 4-3. Weber is 4-4. Idaho State is 3-5. Utah 1-6, 9-11 on the season. Lost to BYU at the Marriott Center, 91-78. And that's a fun place to call a ball game. I've called a few there. It's big, huge. When you're doing a high school game, it's like a 2/3 empty. They'll have Oklahoma State. Utah will. Oh, I was going to tell you, 91-78 was that BYU Utah score. Oklahoma State will be at Utah Saturday. Well, I'm doing it again. Oklahoma State will be at Utah on Saturday. Arizona State will be at Utah on Wednesday. Idaho 4-3. The Vandals 12-8 on the season. Lost to the first team in the Big Sky, Portland, 69-66. They are at Northern Colorado in Greeley to face the Bears. That's tonight. And they'll be in Flagstaff on Saturday to face the Lumberjacks. Idaho State 3-5, 10-11. They lost to both Montanas, and they are at Weber State on Saturday. Weber State 4-4, 10-11, and of course Idaho State will be at the Purple Palace in Ogden on Saturday. I've called a lot of games at Weber State. See, did I give you the Big Sky? I think I did. Portland, both Montanas, Idaho, Weber, then Idaho State. There's the buzzer. Got about a minute to go. Somehow I closed my book and I opened it up to salmon. That's what happens when you don't have any feeling in your hands. There you go. Aberdeen ball to begin the second quarter. Tigers behind by 17. No, soda ball. That was a good trick by Emmanuel Barrera going out of bounds. Soda ball comes into Gavin Hansen, back to Thompson. Thompson on the left angle, comes up top to Horsley. Over to Gavin Hansen. Right corner, Coop with a 3-point shot, drilled it. Got a whistle, and he racked the net. Good job by Jose Madeo. He's not really that tall. He jumped up and pulled the net down. Madeo into the forecourt. Dribbles through traffic, goes to Pratt to Cerna. Cerna drives, stops in the middle. Great fake, but he laid it up short. Ball is loose. Barrera puts it up. I said I wasn't going to trill those R's, and there it goes. Goes out of bounds. Jody Phillips says number 3 is the play. Madell. Bounce pass, knocked away. Madell got it back. Shot is up by Cerna. Pratt. I think Pratt is 6'5"-ish. Another foul underneath by Soda. And that foul's going to go against Gavin Hansen. Goes into the corner and driving in is Barrera. And he scores. He has 9 points. And he's a guard. Goes to Horsley. Bad pass and traffic is picked off. Valeriano comes up with it. Back to Barrera. Barrera 360. Here's a shot blocked by Hansen. Cooper Thompson, what the heck was that? Long pass to Horsley, and it went off the backboard. To the right side, Barrera into the corner. Goes back up top to Valeriano to Cerna. Cerna, crossover dribble, dumps it inside, no good. McWilliams down with the rebound. Good pass underneath. Jackson Horsley cut into the basket, takes a beautiful pass from Thompson. Barrera for court intended for Pratt. Medell comes up with it. Valeriano to Cerna has Harrison all over him. Turned a nice fake, and I knew Harrison was eventually going to get that foul, and they're going to give him two. He just didn't need that. Cerna was off balance. Chance of that shot going in was zero. He's going to get two free throws. He misses the first one right in front of the Soda Crazies. He'll get one more. That rims out. Horsley with the rebound. Lead pass to Hanson. Hanson pulls up. And Hanson to Horsley, and Horsley with his second three off the left angle. Into the forecourt is Barrera. He'll leave it for Pratt. Pratt against McWilliams. Ball stolen away by Harrison to Thompson. Thompson pulls up, turns, shoots about a 12-footer. McWilliams with the rebound. A nice follow. And timeout, Aberdeen. Once again, Declo, the Hornets for the boys will be here Saturday. Girls will go to Aberdeen, face the Lady Tigers, who beat us here by 2, 49-47. That'll be in Aberdeen to decide second and third place, second and third seeding. I think if the Lady Cards win that game, they'll get 2 home games for the district. That's a big deal. And they'll stay out of the bracket with Milan. I'm turning pages. Girls rankings. Milan is ranked number 1. First Cougars are ranked number 2. Grangeville Bulldogs are 3. Ryrie Bulldogs are 4. Ambrose Archers are number 5. Outside is Phillips. Behind the back. Off balance. I hate that. Between the legs, behind the back stuff. He lost it. Harrison lost it on the other end. Thompson goes high in the air. I don't know why. Why do you do that? Doesn't shake off any defender. Just too cute. Mm. Half the time you lose the basketball. There's a pick and roll, wasn't there? Medell goes all the way in. Barrera with the rebound. Tried to put it over Hanson. And on the other side was Medell, and he scores. Left side, Thompson, high post. Bearsley, Osborne, 3-point by Coop. No good. And Medell down with the rebound. Medell straight away, 3 points. I banked it in. 47-27. McWilliams takes it in the air, takes it straight up. got his own rebound off the left side, and he was fouled. 20-point lead, 47-27. Foul went against Suriname, his second. And that will put Connor at the free throw line. Shot is no good. Martinson will check in. McWilliams has 11 points. Done a great job underneath the basket. Now Brees Brecht will check in for Cerna. Second free throw. That one rattles in. Phillips will bring the ball down the floor. He's just a sophomore. Good looking kid. Goes over to Baldera, down along Baldera, turns, shoots, no good. Thompson with the rebound for Soda. Goes over to McWilliams. McWilliams fakes, drives in, got too far under the basket. Did a good job of getting Aberdeen off their feet, but missed the shot. Comes out outside to Pratt. Driving in, Phillips. Nice for the rebound is McWilliams to Coop. Oh, what a jump step by Horsley. Missed the layup. Back the other way, Medell. Thompson rakes it away from Medell. But outside, Barrera takes it away. Goes over. Crossover dribble. Drive in. Oh, tough luck shot by Phillips, but he was fouled. Oh, I think Landon Martinson took one in the nose. He's got to go to the dressing room. Shot up by Phillips. Good. That foul was against Thompson, his second. Miller will check in for Martinson. Second shot by Phillips. That one's good. 48-29. Horsley outside to Osborne between the circles. Cooper Thompson whoops him in. Oh, what a move by McWilliams. Faked left, turned right, and banked it in. 14 points for Connor McWilliams. Outside, Medell to Phillips. And Coop almost had the block. Phillips a nice drive, and he scores. Off the left side with the right hand. Underneath, McWilliams tried to shovel it to Mallard. Ball is loose, went off of Barrera, kicked loose by McWilliams, and Barrera just palmed the ball. A little out of control. Checking in is Cerna, and he'll check in for Pratt. Miller, 6'7", checks in. Cooper Thompson back to Osborne. Thompson has a shot blocked by Giesbrecht, but they're going to call Giesbrecht with the foul. Looked like a pretty good block. It's Osborne. I can't get the name straight tonight. Shot by Preston is good. Where did you go? I think second shot is good. Shot up by Miguel is good. Sorry, I was kind of dragging a little bit on that one. Thought I got mixed up. That's been over the back was Phillips. Thompson left side into Miller. Went through his hands and Barrera takes it away. Barrera into the forecourt to Phillips. Gotta be 6'3"-ish. Medell, Barrera in the corner. Cut off on the baseline and traveling. Good defense by Miller and Osborne. Thompson gets it into Preston Osborne. 52-33. Lob comes into Miller. Outside Thompson. Osborne, 3-point shot. Horsley got it. That's his third 3-point shot. Barrera into the forecourt. Barrera, a little cutter by Phillips. That guy, and I knew that if it was loose and Thompson comes up with it, Jackson goes in, he's fouled. Probably Phillips. Horsley will go to the free throw line, who's one of two. McWilliams, Gavin Hansen will check in. Horsley, first free throw is good. Now he blossomed since he's come up from the junior varsity team to the varsity. He's been the leading scorer, and he might be tonight. Second free throw is good by Jackson Horsley. 11 points in this quarter, 14 on the night for Horsley. Medell into the forecourt to Valeriano, who's checked in. Back to Medell in the corner. Phillips drives the middle, lost the handle on it, got it back, puts up the shot and scores. 6 points all in this quarter by the sophomore Phillips. McWilliams from the right elbow. Mallard tries to keep it alive. Coming out of there with it is Medell. Medell to Giesbrecht. High rebound by Jackson Horsley. Lead pass down to Osborne. Osborne goes in, no good. Browning into the game, tried to follow him. Laid it up short. Long lead pass to Cerna. 3-point shot, got it. He was just wide open. Goes over to Horsley, to Browning, and to Logan, and he mishandled it and taken away. At the buzzer, Phillips puts it up. And at the end of 3 quarters, Soda leads it by 19. It is 57-28. Into the third quarter, Soda leads at 57-38. And I can see a few of the crazy cards that are dressed just like Sue Haley, waiting for the aliens to come to Soda. They all have black jackets on. Sue Haley has sunglasses on. They even got a flashlight. Of course, Suveli running the camera and the computer. We got 1 quarter to go. Soda leads it by 19. Aberdeen ball. Tigers get the ball. Barrera into Medell. High post. Pratt pulls up mid blocks and scores. Into the forecourt, Cooper Thompson, right side, Gavin Hansen, over the top to Horsley, back to Hansen, down along the right baseline, Thompson to McWilliams, and McWilliams a 10-footer off the left side of the baseline. He has 16 points. Medell outside to Cernan. Try to get it down in the low blocks to Pratt. Soda takes it away. No look pass down to Osborne, and Osborne scores. I hate no look passes, but that one was actually pretty. 59-40. Ball comes into Medell. Jose Medell working against Osborne to Cerna. Left wing to Pratt, and it's knocked away by Gavin Hansen. Goes out of bounds in front of the Aberdeen bench. Barrera will inbounds the ball. Goes into the corner to Cerna. Low block. I think we're going to get a foul. Probably McWilliams. I haven't been very accurate tonight. Now they do call it against Connor. That's just his first. Comes into Cerna. Cerna takes it out of there, puts it up. Medell had it. Thompson takes it away all alone under the basket. Is Horsley. Horsley lays it in. Had a whistle. I'm not sure what they called. Hmm. Medell across the timeline into the forecourt. Working against Osborne comes to Cerna. Cerna outside across the top over to Driscoll. Goes over to Barrera into the corner to Cerna. Thompson reaches in, raked it away, but Barrera comes up with it. Knocked away by McWilliams and off from Barrera, and it will be Sodas basketball. Cards leading by 21, 61 to 40. Thompson outside to Horsley, back to Thompson, right wing, inside to Hansen. Got a foul on Medell. They haven't called very many fouls. That's his second. We'll say Medell is a senior. Pratt will come in. Beck will come in. Barrera goes out. And Medell goes out. Hansen, right angle to Thompson to Osborne, across the top to Hansen. Hansen, a one-hander, can't finish it. Cerna will drive it into the forecourt. Oh, Thompson picked his pocket. While Cerna was in the air, no look into Osborne. He missed the shot, and Beck down with the rebound. Ooh, that was a walk. Well, we love it when we agree. Traffic cops right there. Osborne will get the ball into Hansen to Thompson on the right angle. Thompson up top, Horsley to Hansen. Straight away, Thompson, Horsley, McWilliams, that banks out, no good off the rim. And Aberdeen with the rebound, but Hansen steals the inbounds pass. Rebound down. Soda had plenty of opportunities, and Gavin Hansen finally finishes it underneath the basket. Took the rebound in the air and put it back in. Goes to Pratt, and they may have got Osborne for a reach. Yeah, and that's one of those. Call it or don't call it. You got the reach in. In my day, they used to always call it. And over the back, used to call that one. Pratt with a deep 2-point shot. Not so much anymore. Was right side. Peterson forcefully underneath the basket banks it in. Yeah, things are a little different than they were 90 years ago. Ball comes outside to Pratt. Ball comes outside to Barrera, to Medell, who's checked back in. Phillips on the left wing gets the ball to Pratt. Pratt, about an 18-footer, that banks off Hansen with a rebound, run into McWilliams, just about lost it, and Medell, he was kind of out of position and ran into Horsley, or Hansen. I get my Horsleys and my Hansens mixed up. Little Pete gets it in. Shot back to Peterson. Colton into the forecourt. Medell, a 3-point shot, banked it in. He didn't call it. You have to call bank. That's his second. Ball goes to Thompson. Between the leg, threw it away. What did I tell you? Nice pass into Barrera, and I think they're going to call Thompson. Thompson blocked the shot. Didn't see a whole lot of contact. And that's his third, I'm thinking. Martinson and Harrison off the bench. Emmanuel Barrera at the free throw line. Shot is up and good. Had cataract surgery just over a year ago. And the doctor said, you need bifocals. I said, there ain't no way. And he says, how do you see your scorebook? I said, I raised my glasses up. So they did the surgery as Barrera hits both of them. He said, where do you want to see? And I said, I want to see out here. So they did the surgery and they said, you're still going to have to raise your glasses up. Harrison in the paint. Gavin Hansen rattled around on about an 18-footer. So that's what I do. No bifocals for me. They hit the sideline, did Pratt, and they'll turn the ball over. I can't read with my glasses on, but I can't see the court without my glasses. Ball goes over the right side to Peterson. Horsley, three-point shot, got it. I use my fingers, I can kind of put scores in the scorebook. Goes to Pratt, ball taken away by Hansen. Lead pass down to Harrison. Oh, he may have blocked. And Caden Harrison puts it in. 70 to 48. 22-point lead. Phillips. I like Phillips. It goes over to Medell on the right angle. They'll kick it back to Pratt. Pratt drives down the right side, hooks a shot up. Martinson with the rebound. And I think they're going to get Kendall Pratt with the foul. And on Pratt, that's his third foul on both teams now. Browning will check in for Jackson Horsley. Goes over the right side to Colton Peterson. Browning to Martinson. Martinson has his shot blocked by Phillips. Cerna over to Medell. Medell against Browning. Ooh, what a nice pass into Cerna. Great defense by Martinson. Phillips has his shot blocked. Martinson falls down. Tried to get the ball up the floor, but is up to Barrera. And he throws it over the head of Medell. Checking in is Caleb Hansen for Gavin Hansen. Caleb, I think he's a junior. Timeout on the floor. Let me double check. Yep, he's a junior. Gavin is a senior. 70-48. So I think Coach Tom will go with a lot of the bench here in this final quarter. I look at Aberdeen. I took a program to just check the rosters. Just one look, and I could tell what the Tigers' problem was. They don't have enough kids that come out. They don't have a C team, and they have their JV mixed in with their varsity. And that's just tough sledding. Aberdeen back out on the floor. Tigers in all black tonight with white numbers. Soda in their home whites with red numbers. We'll go with Browning, Caleb Hansen, Martinson, Peterson, and Harrison. into the ball game, over to the right side to Pete. To on the angle, straight away, goes over to Caleb Hansen. Hansen, high post to Harrison. Harrison goes in. That's Caden, and he was fouled. A minute 50 left in the ball game, and it's going to be a blocking foul. And that's against Pratt, and that's his fourth. Harrison at the free throw line. It's Caden. First one is off the rim. He'll get one more. Miller set to check in. He's got to get a dunk before this one's over. Second one short off the rim. Tapped out of bounds. Martinson probably should have just let that one go. Miller will check in for Harrison. Minute 47. Soda leads it 70-48. Medell down to the left corner to Barbera. Barbera drives. Good defense by Pete. Miller high for the rebound. Takes it away from Phillips. Minute 30. Peterson left angle across the top over to Hansen. Peterson, no look. Browning, that rims off. Browning's been pretty hot the last 2 or 3 games outside the arc. Phillips drives, and I think he'll get the foul against Caleb Hansen. It won't be his first. Caleb is a junior. Now put Phillips at the free throw line. He is 2 for 2. Shot up short off the front of the rim. You'll get one more. Medell and Barbero drop back off the line, back on defense. Phillips, one more. I really like him. He's probably 6'3"-ish. So it's his second one. Can really get in the air. Can really cut to the basket. Pete into the forecourt over to Hansen. Hansen back up top to Browning. Browning right angle to Peterson, 58 seconds. Hansen, left side Browning. Inside Miller. Miller looks, 15-footer, no good. Rebound taken by Phillips, and I think we're going to get a reach. And it's going to be by, he showed, I think he's called that on Miller. At the line will be Phillips again. He'll get a pair. Shot up and good. He is 4 of 5 from the free throw line. Both Barrera and Medell will pull off the line. Back on defense. Second shot is good. 45 seconds. Start the shot clock. Comes to Pete. To Hansen. Back to Peterson. Back to Caleb Hansen. Shot clock at 25. Browning pulls up, mid-blocked. Shot partially blocked. Peterson with the rebound. Got it stuffed by Pratt. Outside, 13 seconds on the shot clock, 22 on the game clock. Outside to Browning, 7, 6, 5. Browning pulls up at the free throw line. And I think it was Barrera. Either Barrera or Medell. Built no, Cerna. I didn't even see Cerna in there. Browning with 2 free throws. Shot is up and good. Pickles the twine with the first one. That's his first point. 71-51, 20-point lead for the Cards. Second shot, rims out. Cerna down with the rebound, 10 seconds. Down the right side, Medell to Barrera, 5 seconds. Barrera turns, shoots, and scores. He's not very tall, but he's really a tough player. 71-53 is the final score. Let me add up the scoring for you. We'll be right back. And again, I apologize. Tonight it seemed like I had marbles in my mouth. I'm going to blame it on Lindsay Hobbs. I did, Lindsay. I did feel the pain yesterday, like you said. For some reason, today, she didn't tell me that. I just kind of feel a little loopy. Almost got Aberdeen. Hang with me. Okay, got the Tigers. That's where my math was wrong. Okay, got soda. Let's see. Let me add up soda. No, that's the problem. I got my glasses on and I can't see. Now I can see. I know. I'm a little strange, weird. Well, Jackson Horsley, he was quiet in the first half, lit it up in the second half. And again, I apologize. My brain was switching back and forth, right to left. Sometimes I mix up Horsley for Hanson, but I'm going to go with it. Good balanced scoring by Soda. Okay, think I got Soda. Let's see, didn't add up the fouls. Hang on. Just give me, got the free throws. Okay, think I got it. For Aberdeen, Ronnie Cernan had 7 points. He hit a 3-2-2s and was 0 of 2 from the free throw line. Jose Medel, 12 points. He had 2 threes and 3 twos. 13 points for Emmanuel Barrera. He had 5 twos and was 3 for 3 from the free throw line. 1 point for Isaac Driscoll. 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Kendall Pratt, 6 points on 3 twos. 2 points for Giovanni Valeriano. Had a 2 and 9 points for Ashton Phillips. He had 2 twos and was 5 of 6 from the free throw line. Tigers hit on 9 of 13 from the free throw line. committed 15 personal fouls. For Soda, Cooper Thompson, 9 points, had a 3 2 2s and was 2 of 3 from the free throw line. Gavin Hansen, 7 points, a 3 and 2 2s. Logan Miller hit a basket, was 0 for 2 from the free throw line, 2 points. Preston Osborne, 8 points, had 3 2s, was 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Jackson Horsley, 17 points on 4 threes, 2 2s, and 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Connor McWilliams, 16 points. He had a 3 6s. 3 6. There goes my brain again. He was um, had 1 3. Let me back up. Connor had 6 2s, a 3, and 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Oops, I didn't get Caden Harrison. 4 points. He had 2 2s, was 0 for 2 from the free throw line. Mackay Browning, 1 of 2 from the free throw line for 1 point. 6 points for Landon Martinson. It was all in the second quarter on 3 2s. Soda hit on 8 of 14 from the free throw line, committed 11 personal fouls. At the end of the first quarter, Soda led it by 13. It was 23-10. Second quarter, Soda put up 14 points. That didn't make sense. Should have been 18 points by Aberdeen. I'm missing something somewhere. Well, it was. No. I got the third quarter in there. Excuse me. Again, my brain is not functioning. Soda put up 14 points in the second. Aberdeen put up 10. So it was 37-20 at halftime. Third quarter, Soda outscored the Tigers by 10. Actually 12, 20-18. Then in the final quarter, Cardinals put up 14, Tigers put up 15. On the final score, Soda 71, Aberdeen 53. Soda wins it. Well, it was a big first quarter, leading by 13 after 1. And they end up winning by 18, 71-53. Well, let me take a look at my notes while we wait for Coach Tom. That sugar was from my peach rings. That sugar I just blew off was from my peach rings. Here comes Coach Tom. This is the way I've been all night, Coach Tom. Here comes the head sweeper, Sean A. Thompson. Um, I don't know. I thought in my mind the game probably went as you expected. We went off to a big first quarter lead, and they really never challenged us. And we ended up winning by 18. And give us your thoughts on tonight. We got a home game on Saturday, but I know you wanted to put this one away.
Well, and like I say, we didn't play our best today, but Aberdeen's a good team. They're high school kids, same as we are. I mean, they go out and they practice and they do everything like we are. We expect a little bit more. We didn't hit a lot of shots that we should have, that we had set up that we should have hit, but we out rebounded. We had like 50 rebounds today, like 25 offensive boards. and 20 defensive boards. We ran we ran the floor good. We just we missed a lot of open passes. We were just a little bit flat, But we brought Landon Martinson off the bench, and he had a great time when he was out there. I mean, he really was a big boost for us, and we 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 would get the rebound, but we just didn't control it. And it might have been my fault. I had some kids in some spots that I probably shouldn't have, where we'd get the our big guys get the rebound, turn around, and was kind of forced to dribble, which they shouldn't have. And but we made a few mental mistakes like that, but otherwise it wasn't too bad of a game, really.
Do you feel like there was any drag coming off the Grace game and just really sharp focus to go to this one?
Nah, these guys are in good shape. They're in good shape. We've got no excuses. Like I say, we're not an excuse team. We just didn't play our best game, and if we weren't going to play our best game tonight, was a good time. We didn't play our best game, And I'd say there's some kids that feel real bad, and we got what 18-point lead or 18-point win, 17-point win, something like that. So that means we're a good team, and we're a good team. And like I say, we played against another high school team, and they're a good team. We've got a district that when district starts, it's gonna be a battle to get through it. It really is. If people think we're gonna just walk right through districts, come watch.
I look at their roster, and I called Sean A earlier, and I realized they didn't have a C team. And as I looked at their roster, the JV was kind of blended uh, with the varsity. I know it's hard to build a team. We start clear down in the seventh grade, and that's where you have to kind of start to build a team 5 years later.
Well, I know I coached in the junior high, and I noticed a lot of these kids. So they did. I mean, they played junior high. They probably played little league and stuff like that. But they had one freshman come out, and he was hurt.
Yeah.
So they didn't even have a freshman on the floor. So as far as building a high school program, that's hard to do. I mean, we kind of ran into that problem last year. We had four freshmen, and one of them was hurt, and he come out this year's Blake Mon, and we thought, well, we're gonna have to put him on the C team to get the rust out of him, but he looked really good, so he's been JV the whole time. But yeah, it is you got to have a C team, and I really wanted one this year, but we had to have at least six kids come out. We ended up having 10 come out, so that worked out good for us. I'd like to get the numbers again next year.
They had one kid that I'm sure you'd like to have him, that Phillips kid, the sophomore that come off. He had a great game in the JV game, and he come in and caused some things in the varsity game, and he's just a sophomore.
Yeah, he's a tall, good-looking kid. He had that knee brace on, so you could tell he was a little bit hurt. He couldn't get up and down the floor that well. But he's going to be a good one. He's probably 6'3", 6'4" now as a sophomore. So yeah, by the time next year, of course he's pretty good now. But the time he gets to be a junior, senior, he's going to be a good one.
Got the Hornets on Saturday. I didn't look. Is that senior night?
You got what?
Declo, is that senior night? Or we got
I
one?
think it is. It's on the 6th, isn't it? February 6th.
No, Declo's this Saturday.
No, that's the senior night. Our senior night, I think, is February 6th against Malad, I think is who it is, which is going to be tough. I mean, we played Malad over there and beat them by 10, but we played without their best shooters. So, we're going to have our hands full with them.
Is there anything that you're looking at as we face Declo on Saturday? Hornets kind of struggling a little bit this year, but they've had good teams in the past.
They are the best struggling team out there. I mean, they've got shooters, they got big, strong kids. It's just you look at how they've got beat. Besides Wendell, I mean, Wendell mopped them, but it's less than 10-point games they've lost from. So that's a good team. We're worried about them. They're real physical. They're well coached. They get up and down the floor. They work hard. They just haven't had that much luck this year. But you wait till the district tournament. I mean, they could slide through just like anybody else.
Now, Declo has a lot of tradition, and I think it was Declo last year. I remember the steal right here to end that game. I mean, it went right down to the wire.
Yeah, we beat Declo. Declo was 20. What were they? 22-0, and we played them at their place and beat them. and which got us into the state tournament and everything. So I mean, we beat them at the right time, but they got a whole new team this year, and they're kind of rebuilding a little bit. But Wendell, they got the same team they had last year. They're gonna be tough. I'm really interested to play them.
They ranked number one, just one loss, and that was in Salt Lake City against Filer in overtime. And so be interesting if we got them here or out there.
We go there this year. Yeah, so it's going to be a rough go for us because we got school. It's on a Wednesday, so we get out of school. We got to go there, and you know where that's at. I mean, it's past Twin Falls, and then come back that night, and then they got to go to school the next day. But like I say, we're not going to throw out any excuses. Everybody's got to do the same. So we're going to give them everything we got.
Just a quick thought on the conference. I look at the rankings, and we've got people in there. Of course, we lead the rankings with Wendell, number one, but we probably got the toughest conference, I believe, in the state.
Oh, easy. In fact, last year 3 of the 4 trophies came out of this district. So it's dang tough to come out of this district. There's so many good coaches, so much talent, so many good teams. It's going to be tough. I mean I'm not looking ahead the districts and that, but it's going to be tough.
Well, we're looking to nail down a second seed, but we got to beat a couple of people. West Side, I know they. I've heard Coach Brown. You'll meet us again, is what he said last year, and we did, and we beat them. And that's kind of the same scenario this year.
Well, Coach Brown don't give up, that's for sure, and he shouldn't. He's got a good team. Deckel's got a good team. Lad, good team. I mean, it's Wendell. Of course, we haven't seen them yet, but it's gonna be a dogfight. It's gonna be a dogfight to get out of the district.
Give us one final thought on tonight's game against the Tigers. To me, I thought it went probably like I thought it would, but Aberdeen actually had a couple of players that the Barrera kid. He played really well, and he's not very tall, 5'8" and that. But they've got a couple of kids that can play. The Pratt kid's probably 6'5", number 11, and but our defense. The offense against Grace, I don't know how many threes we hit in that first half, but we were on fire. But the threes have kind of been a big difference to start really fast for Soda, and then we just manage the ball game.
Well, you know the average of threes. I mean, for a good high school team, they're going to shoot 30, 35%. So we don't rely on the three. I mean, everybody gets hot. We got hot against Grace is what we did. So we hit quite a few threes, but we don't rely on the threes. We didn't hit a lot of threes tonight. Um, it's I don't know. We're like I say, we come up with a new offense for a zone, which was I was glad they played zone all night long so we could sit and practice it, and it actually looked pretty good. So I feel good about that. We changed our man-to-man offense a little bit, which has kind of helped us, and we just like I told you, everybody's got film. Everybody knows what everybody's going to do. Me and the other coach was talking before. We all know what we're going to do. We all know each other, but it still comes down to the kids. I mean, you've seen how many easy shots we missed.
All right, we'll let you go. We'll catch up to you Saturday against the Declan Hornets. Another week, and then we're in districts, and so that's not that far away.
No, it isn't. We need to start crawling up, and need to start peaking. We definitely haven't peaked yet, but if we can peak at the right time, just like we did last year, if we can peak at the right time, then we should go quite a ways.
All right, Coach Tom Fuchel, we appreciate you joining us here in the post game. Good win, and hopefully we can uh, get another one. We've got a few in a row, and kids are getting confidence, and that's important.
Yeah, every win's a good win. So thanks.
All right, Coach Tom Fuchel in the post game. We appreciate that. Let me check my notes here. Biggest note: Declo here Saturday, and the girls are at Aberdeen in a huge game. Aberdeen beat us by two 49-37. Here, the girls were kind of shocked, but that's a pretty good Aberdeen team. So that's a big game. That determines second and third place in the conference. Good win for the boys tonight against the Tigers. Final score 71-53. That's going to do it here. Glade Bullock for Sue Haley. Good night, everyone.